Maybe it's a little mean-spirited to make Janet Cassels some kind of witch of the East, but the Wizard of Oz just seems to fit this ongoing East Texas investigation just fine.
Now fly! Fly!
Now, she didn't send any flying monkeys to our Houston headquarters, but she fought us every step of the way, even wasting county resources, taking us to court just to try and find out who may have hired us to investigate. Of course, she lost.
You cursed brat! Look what you've done!
Angelina County taxpayers should celebrate Cassels' resignation. It comes 10 months before her first term as Angelina County DA was set to expire. She was accused by multiple employees of bullying. The exodus from the DA's office was unprecedented. It may help explain why the backlog of felony cases got so high. Some had been in jail 6 years without a trial.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
We highlighted the plight of Tyler Lopez in January of last year. He had been in jail for a year and a half waiting for a trial date, accused of being part of an organized crime burglary ring. Here is Adolfino Consulting flashback. We don't know whether he's guilty or not, but his friend is coming to us for help.
I've tried every avenue just to get somebody to listen, just somebody to actually listen to the case.
Shortly after that video, Lopez got out of jail.
Thank you guys so much for what you're doing for Angelina County.
Steve DuBose just posted this video on YouTube. We're glad to know that Tyler is working, but it was Cassels' apparent treatment of crime victims that really is the final straw here.
I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world!
And Cassels leaves office still breaking one of the laws she was elected to enforce, the Texas Public Information Act. For months, Cassels has ignored our request to see emails that would have helped expose her mistreatment of victims. And when we repeatedly complained to the county attorney, Carrie Kirby, well, we got silence.
If I only had a brain.
We never asked Kirby to follow the yellow brick road, just the major discrepancies of what happened to millions of dollars in asphalt money.
Carrie Kirby is not seeking re-election as well as of your videos.
Neither is Commissioner Terry Pitts. We've been trying to talk to you for weeks.
You have?
Yeah, I've been
I
calling
don't have time to talk to you.
My, people come and go so quickly here.
Well, I want to talk about asphalt. Pitts has never been forced to explain how he used up all that tax money he got for paving roads, but fixed only 50% of the roads he said he could with that much asphalt. So where did all the asphalt go? The county judge doesn't care to unravel the mystery, and the county auditor, she simply hasn't done her job.
That I could be kinda human if I only had a heart.
The new DA is going to be the only guy that was on the ballot in November, Lane Thompson from the Nacogdoches County District Attorney's Office. Not exactly a bastion of open government either.
Are you aware of the Justice Department investigation because of a whistleblower in the jail?
We had to chase Thompson's boss, John Fleming, around because he failed to prosecute apparent jailhouse brutality caught on camera.
Don't you think the taxpayers in Nacogdoches County have a right to know?
But hey, we are more than happy to stand ready to help Thompson restore a real sense of justice and accountability in Angelina County.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
And we think one of his first moves should be to bring an end to all the prosecutions that were clearly tainted by local politics. Cassels should never have been allowed to bring criminal charges against the former county judge and county commissioners.
Denied.
Because of a clear conflict of interest. They had denied her budget requests. At the very least, it's time for an independent prosecutor. This way, Thompson can get back to doling out justice for violent criminals, the hundreds of accused killers and child molesters currently loaded up in the county jail.
Ms. Cassels, was it worth all the time and money just for this?
Janet Cassels spent a ridiculous amount of resources prosecuting former county judge Don Limberry on Class C misdemeanor cases of violating the Open Meetings Act. It was used to force this military veteran who had never been charged with a crime in his entire life out of public office.
I did not do what I'm being accused of. I've maintained that from the start.
Kirby improperly fought release of the alleged secret video of that meeting from us for a year, even though it had already been shared with the local paper. There were a lot of big headlines, all while the DA poured dozens of more minor charges on Linbury. When Angelina County taxpayers finally did see the tape at Linbury's trial, there wasn't even audio on it. No way to prove Linbury and two commissioners had illegally talked about any county business, yet they were indicted. The tape proved nothing. And we learned Cassels had gotten a grand jury indictment without a single witness who actually heard any improper discussion of county business. In the end, a visiting judge found Linbury guilty of just one misdemeanor count after 2 full days of trial. And only after this guy, now former County Commissioner Steve Smith, who admitted he lied a lot, testified there was a brief discussion about the plans to hire a road administrator at the next meeting. Smith changed his story after the DA promised him his criminal case would go away. And within days of changing his story, both side streets surrounding Smith's house in Zavala got a fresh, expensive new paving job. Kind of rare for this place.
You know, I'll be the first to admit, doesn't look good. I didn't like it. I thought it was unnecessary and it should have been stopped.
But Cassels didn't investigate that. County road officials just said it was just a coincidence. I still don't buy it. But it didn't stop there. Ignoring the unacceptable backlog of murder cases, Cassels wanted next to prosecute former County Commissioner Rodney Paulette for that same meeting. The Angelina County judges had seen enough. They said no.
No, it feels wonderful.
But Paulette still faces accusations he misused government equipment because he asked county workers to spread some dirt that was heading to the landfill anyway on 2 private properties instead. When we investigated, we found that Paulette was only helping constituents repair damage done by the county's negligence, like this, left because of bad county drainage or clogged culverts.
I didn't see anything that he had done wrong.
Do you think it's politics? What's going on?
Is that what you call Washington?
It's a lot like Washington, isn't it?
The DA hasn't reported a shred of evidence that Paulette got a dime for helping those folks. Corruption laws are set up to punish politicians and public officials who take bribes, who sell their office. There is simply not a shred of evidence any of that happened here. So the DA should explain it. That's why Paulette's case should be taken up quickly. Appointed the first time, Paulette is now running to get elected for the first time to be the commissioner of Precinct 1. The voters are owed a quick resolution long before Election Day.
The system is a broken county government.
Indicted former county engineer Chuck Walker and his second in command were indicted too, originally for a false timesheet entry on 1 day of work. Their cases should be turned over to a special prosecutor. If those cases are eventually dismissed, perhaps the county can settle a whistleblower lawsuit Walker has filed.
Been practicing law here for 54 years.
It smelled like political retaliation to former city attorney Bob Flournoy from the very beginning. Walker was the one who found the evidence Pitts had supposedly exaggerated the paving work he did, while using enough asphalt to pave so many more roads. And there has always been a disturbing connection between all these officials who were indicted that simply can't be overlooked.
They wanted to get rid of anybody that was defending the unit road system and Chuck Walker as an engineer.
It's always best to start at the beginning.
And the beginning for us in Angelina County was investigating the relationship between Lufkin attorney Jimmy Cassels, Janet's husband, and Judge Clyde Harrington. Harrington was the judge, Cassels handling family cases in his court.
I'll walk with you.
No, I don't want you walking with me, Wayne.
Unfortunately, I'm going to walk with you if you're going to be mean to me.
Harrington's law office was in Cassels' building before he became a judge. Both refused to tell us if the judge had ever paid rent. Did he owe Cassels any favors?
Is there a law that says I can't walk and have...
Ryan Hunt was among a number of Angelina County residents who thought it tilted the scales of justice.
You think anyone who goes into court should check out the lawyers and the judge?
They need to do their research, highly.
When Harrington left office, Jimmy Cassels became the judge. DA Janet Cassels apparently fired some of her employees to make room for her husband's former employees. And she hired Harrington, who then helped prosecute former County Judge Limberry. Harrington is expected to leave with Cassels, along with the number 2 in the DA's office, Stephanie Stroud. We've helped restore justice in Angelina County, but our work on the roads is far from done.
Oh, Auntie Em, there's no place like home.